What is up, everyone? It's David from TGG Gaming. I'm here with
Elijah Sturek.
All right. What'd you play and how'd you do today?
I played Lab Twins. I went X and won 4th place.
Nice. Any shout-outs before we get into the video?
Shoutouts to Dylan for letting me droplets, to Matt for letting me evenly matched, to my friends back at home for helping me test, to D&G for helping me test, and to my best friend Raj for making me this good of game.
All right. Let's get into this list. Let's see this goo.
42 cards, Live Twins. Pretty standard ratios for these. 3 of each of the starters, they summon each other, very simple. 1 of each of the extenders, just so you can have them to extend after like Ash or whatnot. 1 of the brick, it's just so that the Link 4 is a free send. I've summoned it twice. It's pretty funny though. And then we have a whole bunch of hand traps. Because this deck is very much a generic deck. It doesn't play a lot of broken cards, so we got to play a lot of generics. So 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Bell, 3 Crow, 3 Imperm. In order of how good they are. These are all the best. This is because everybody plays Despia and that matchup sucks, so I want to have a bunch of outs to it.
I played one. Yeah. Did the DD Crow and Ghost Bell clog it all today? Because they kind of do the same thing. You can't like activate Ghost Bell when they're
not
lost.
Really. I think today I only double drew this once, and it was a losing game anyways, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. It's just kind of the Despia matchup is so bad that I just have to play these, otherwise I lose. So and there's easy side outs. I like having cards in the main deck for the hardest matchup, and then you just side it out. Easiest thing in the world. That's all the monsters and hand traps. This is all the spells.
Yes,
this
sir.
one searches these 2 plus this. This is tanky, plus it burns when they summon as long as I have one out. Comes up a little bit. I didn't win in time. I play really fast. I'm good at the game, so I don't have to go to overtime. So mostly it's just for surviving a little bit, or if you play against like Dynamorphia, you get them real low and then they can't play anything. Kind of like Masquerade.
Can I see that trap? Can you bring it up here a little bit?
Yeah, this one, it's a challenge. It's a one of. I like it because it just says revive one of the small ones, and technically you can link with it, but it's really important for coming back later, like if you banish a bunch of your things off desires, and especially it's really important against branded because you Mirror Jade board wipes you during the end phase, so you have to have a way to get a thing back. So this allows you to back. It's a nice one of. And then there's just the shitty utility. You need to play it so that you don't brick. I hate it, but I like not bricking more. Then for generic spells, we got droplets. Super good in the deck. Glad I got to borrow them. It's really good in the deck because your standard play is to play the tanky into one of the normal summons. And it says if you control no other monsters, when you summon it, you get to summon the other one. So you play both these, droplet, send both, negate 2 of their things, and when you summon the other one, you now have no monsters, you summon again, so it was just free double droplet. Nuts. 2 Cosmic because I fear God, and by God I mean Mystic Mind. And it baits Branded in red during draw phase, or like during my draw, it's still good against Branded Lost, like, it's good. Mostly for Mystic Mind. Best card, one of my favorite cards in the game other than Tour Guide. It's just stupid. I'm glad it's at 2. I need another German Ultra if anybody has one.
We'll be on the lookout.
Call by. Bust a card. That's the entire main deck. 42 cards. Extra deck, we have 2 of each of the Link 2s and 1 of the Link 4. These summon each other back, and if they're summoned while the other's on board, this says draw, this says destroy card. Only 2 of each because the third just never comes up anymore since this thing is a thing. The only time it's come up since this card came out was because I misplayed, so it doesn't really matter. And this card, reason the deck is super busted, 33, Link 3, or Link 4, you can summon with both of these, tags out whenever to summon back both, and it has a Dingarisu effect by sending the big one from deck or one of these from the field. It just does everything, means you don't die to combat, means you get both effects on their turn, and it's removal, non-targeting, great against backer decks. Love this card. That's all the twins. For other ones, we have 3 Nightmares, Phoenix, Unicorn, and Griffin. Unicorn is super important for when you go to turn 3 and you've tagged out. You can summon something, link off a Unicorn. The twins point sideways, so you get the co-links real easily, so it's not an egg. And then it's shuffling. It's good. Griffin, it's not... A lot of people don't like it. I like it because in a lot of matchups, if you draw the card, the spell trap that's super good in the matchup, you just set it back and get a redraw. And the floodgate effect does matter. This hasn't come up. I put it in like 2 days ago instead of dark because nobody plays DP, so dark's not very good. Probably good for background matchups because you can target skill drain and then send this with droplet, so it still resolves. This could be anything else. Underworld Goddess, your Link 2s lock you to Fiend types from the extra deck. So this is a Fiend type you can summon. It showers effects, which the deck usually can't beat otherwise. If your opponent lets you get a bunch of things on board, sometimes you just make it, and then they don't realize it, and it's too late. Really good card. And then this is for a funny turn 3 OTK. If you end turn 2 on one of each of these, any normal summon, make this revive, and make the Link 4. It gets 500 for whatever it points to, and if anything it points to gets sent to the grave, it attacks twice. So have these on turn 3, summon, link into this, revive, link, 4 summons, you go to battle, this attacks, tags out, so this can attack twice, attack, 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 and 4 summons, which is really important because this deck loses to Nibiru just almost every game. Last 3, Zeus package because you're level 2s. This is better than Cavalry because it doesn't lose to Blackout or any kind of destruction. And even if they summon something in attack that's big, you can just attach instead of for protection. And then I didn't do this once today. I think because I'm playing 3 of the E-Telly, which locks you to twins. So, but you just gotta play it. It's nuts against backer decks, especially with droplet. That's the extra deck. Cool dice. I like cool dice. M. Cole, 40, make the rest of those. Everybody's dead. He's the best.
Shout out Richard.
Shout out Richard. I love Richard. He's the best. Side deck, 15 cards. These are all the going second cards. This is just, I like IGs. They're just super versatile, and this one specifically is Wind, so it's good against Flunder. It gets rid of the barrier statue, which is a big deal because our monsters have 500 attack, and that thing has 1,000, so. And it's also still good against like any deck that summons a boss monster, good against Striker, locks off their stuff, good against Swordsoul, gets rid of one of their interruptions. It's just all over good. 2 Twin Twisters because backer matchups. Mystic Mind's a card. This card was like a hedge against some of the bad matchups like Eldlich, Despia, and Full Honor. It's good against all of those because they usually don't have a way to stop any of it. Activated it once today against Despia, won the game instantly. It's easy. This is my tech right now. I like it for side deck against specifically Despia. Since Despia is such a bad matchup, it's hard for the deck to find good ways to out their stuff. And this thing, when they summon, you give it to them, and they can have to use this as material for extra deck stuff. And unless they're playing the Spriggans, they can't resolve Rebellion or Branded or a lot of their things. So it either fully stops their combo, and they can maybe make Guardian turn 1 and pass, or at the very least makes them make the Spriggans, which makes it much harder to get to Mirror Jade and Brandon Red. Every time I didn't draw it and use it today, but every time I've activated against Despia, just won the game. That matchup sucks, so. Going first cards, technically going second card, and technically going second card. Broken. These got me, this exact playset got me 3rd place at a regional before. Now I got 4th here. Cards busted. You don't need your spells after turn 1. Every deck in the game right now usually plays 20 spells, so it's great. This card should be banned. It should have been banned in Zoo format, but then Links came out, so here we are. I still side these in going second against some matchups, especially like Swordsoul, since I have so many ways to stop Swordsoul combo. This helps me not just like, if I don't have any starters, I can just like pass, flip this, they still can't play the game for a turn. And I sided this in going second against Striker because even if you're going second, this card is Simplified Game State against Striker, wins you the game instantly. So it's great. And that is my entire deck.
All right. I think that's everything. Anything else?
I think that's it. Thank you so much
All
for
right,
the video.
thank you. Hopefully we see more from you. Yeah.